I'm not gonna even kid you. I read them. I got the lyrics up in the background. I've been reading them. I think this should be fun at the very. Well, it's always fun. The music kicks ass. Aesop Rock, How to Be a Carpenter off Float. Getting back to the album that we were working on before, incredibly distracted to say, uh, ooh, yeah. So, How to Be a Carpenter, and it's now, and the reason I think it'll be an adventure is because what I see here, the first set of bars seems straightforward, but then it's going to go into something not so straightforward, and let's see if let's see what we can make of it all. Obviously, first and foremost, we're going to make that it's a song, so that part's easy.
Want to be a carpenter, do you? Well, it takes more than a
Is that it?
So you want to be a carpenter, do you? Well, it takes more than a hammer, boy. You're gonna need blueprints and a wheel to build it. Straighten your cap, you look like you've been through a war. Wipe that grin off your muck. You got a sturdy frame, sluggish posture just won't cut it. You're gonna need school.
Ironically enough, I read this as bars, not like spoken word piece. Now I don't think there's a difference in your story. We're gonna use this and apply it. Now it must mean the one when it switches back to a more straightforward narrative about carpentry. Well, a tough boss. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to use the spoken this and weigh it against the complexity of the bars, maybe. And is it the? Well, we'll have to see.
So you want to be a carpenter, do you? Well, it takes more than a hammer, boy. You're gonna need blueprints and a wheel to build it. Straighten your cap, you look like you've been through a war. Wipe that grin off your muck. You got a sturdy frame, sluggish posture just won't cut it. You're gonna need schooling and
Okay, to be fair, I want to point this out because we don't hardly ever talk about it. I'm sure it's got to be. So, as I say, you want to be a carpenter, do you? Well, it takes more than a hammer, boy. You're going to need blueprints and a will to build. And, straighten your cap. You look like you've been through a war. Wipe that grin off your mug. You got a sturdy frame? Ah, I see what you did there. I like that. So I noticed that right away. I was like, sluggish posture just won't cut it. But, sturdy frame, cut it. You're going to need schooling and take notes. Notes, the blueprints. I don't ever really talk about it much because get lost and let's say the vocabulary. Or just, like, what the hell's he trying to say with those three words put together? And it takes 20 minutes and it, gets the brain pan overheating. But on a regular, I do notice how interwoven the ideas are, that they're not just haphazard, right? There's just so much creativity involved with the structure. And, to be fair, I'm not ever really on that side of it, but I think it's really comes through here in this. So I thought we pointed out.
So you want to be a carpenter, do you? Well, it takes more than a hammer, boy. You're gonna need blueprints and a wheel to build it. Straighten your cap, you look like you've been through a war. Wipe that grin off your muck. You got a sturdy frame, sluggish posture just won't cut it. You're gonna need schooling and take notes. God, if I catch you yawning again, you're gonna regret ever asking for my help. And damn it, you gotta hustle. This is a slacker free zone. And where's my pencil? Go get your hard hat. Here's a nickel. Go get us a ruler and a saw and a drill. Yo, lots of graphics. I used to have a rope ladder, but tied up with a wrong rod.
And then see, we might have to go through the lyrics because it's tough. As always, down in the description is a link to the original. You might want to just take a minute. I mean, I'm cool. I won't really wait for you, but you pause and it'll feel like I did. Are you back? Oh, it's an awesome track. Let's see what I think of it now. See how that would have worked if you went and listened to it right there? You try one more time. You want to pause? All right, you ready to go? Checked it out? All right. We might have to stop it a bunch because I can't. I really want to. I think that line is great because it really emphasizes the type of instruction let's say this is feels a lot like someone's grandfather is going to teach you how to be a carpenter here, because there's a nickel. That's a shiny nickel. Go get us everything you need. Of course, there's another whole side of society that was thrown, $1.50 to pick up $4 worth of shit, and they were just told, you make it work. I lived in both those worlds, so I actually can reflect on them. It's an interesting dynamic with just different words used to tell the same story. But yeah, here's a nickel. Go get us a ruler, a saw, a drill, and lots of graph paper. That's awesome. But we'll try to hear the bars first. But I think right away they just come across. It's so hard to pick up everything.
Women I saw in a drilling. Yo, lots of rap used to have a rope ladder, but tied up with a rung. I strung it from the highest willow, trying to hug the sun. The 7th level buckled and I tumbled from the summit. Now I'm back to reclimbing, this time like my cigarette from it. My stitching division warfare's numbing up the soap subtly in a bullet bath and skip stones in the morning is a flying color phantom tantrum explicable. Sit and pull the petals off wildflower patches. Magic hat. Behold, pity the low light parish. Doom City barracks left remorse coursed on a horse-drawn carriage by the torch of Polaris to the Badlands, where every bridge collapsed right where the crowd stands, where the witches are fireproof and every preacher's a madman. Frigid be the Appleseed demeanor towards the bay where the land shark parliament swims when they pause to polish they fins. The better brains will creep the village through the city square to the light, heavy and middleweight integrate. 6 and stones in my pillowcase. My form flight simulator picks barnacles off the tugboat belly. Left my spirit home in a shoebox in case I die. Got a rugged smoke ring halo flowing inches off the swamp. Had that fades when the deviltry contacts a sparkle in my eye. Now step back from the reservoir and let the settlers drink. Salvage your priorities and iron out all kinks. My house ain't made of bricks of straw, but never has it crumbled. Cause I stitch the frame's rigidity with symmetry. Come visit me, it's fascinating. Here's how it's done. I'm only gonna show you once, so pay close attention. Hear me now or hear me never. Glue your little eyes to the diagram. See the plywood, the nails, the glue. Your work area is your domain and you must treat it well. Keep it clean or it'll swallow you whole. Where's the T-square? Hand me the pliers now. Damn it, oh, this will never do. You have to want the castle. Head up, shoulders back, be the materials. Know your limits, only to break your limits. Are you listening? God damn it, boy, pay attention. A little bit more juice this time. Try it again. Yeah, a little bit.
So I don't know how you're doing. How are you doing? I'm hanging in there, but I'm cheating in the background with the lyrics. Now the next set that boss is rough. It's no good. It really screams of that, they give you a bunch of instruction for. I'm trying. It's tough. There's a lot here. Now hear how it's done. I'm only going to show you once, so play close attention. Hear me now or hear me never. And really, this whole thing reeks of just a horrible, well, you want to you want to get turned off for being a carpenter? Get this person as your first boss, whoever's he's right, because I don't see it as self-reflective. I see this as an indictment of somebody or some ideas, maybe a time period of ideas, honestly, because I work with some old school people that are this way. And especially as I worked for the electrical union for a while. And yeah, lots of this attitude over there. But they didn't teach you a damn thing. And in here, there's all kinds of indictments of their ability to keep their tools clean. But I felt there was zero instruction on how to be a carpenter, just to be fair. But, yeah, we're just going to keep going. We'd have to go back because a lot of it just comes off. It's so, is what I meant.
Bit more elbow grease this time. Right again. Concentrate, a little more focus this time. You can kick and scream and yell, but damn, I'm only trying to help. Right again. You're not doing it right. Y'all watch. Right again. Stop soaking. I'm the example for real. Why? Right again. I'm about to make it easy for you, y'all. Just watch. You can kick and scream and yell, but damn. man. I'm just trying to help. Stinging the hunt. The hunt dispatched a pack of wild dog silhouettes, all soaking by the skyline, focused with a bonus hunger pain. My sincere addiction and balance stemmed from a vintage grimace slapped to the muck of ancestral branch camped on a vessel. And I abide the laws of the hidden desert, survived, and every peasant present teetered on the crescent less deprived. With the exception of pleasant finale binges on the great endangered interests of Phantom Brigade slaving to save that princess. I double the negative to no avail, no promised benefits, just delegates peddling pairs of negatives. The magnify magnanimous appearance here, these innocent opinions shut. What of the madness fragment stagnant? How to make a vision sing, my twigs cling to your pigeon wings. Vision malicious and bent to spit blood and hell's kitchen sink. Organized civility, simpleton citizen mixers to kiss the sky in unison. Sinister city blistered. All I really want's a nickel to feed my little pig. Read a 5 big dick, 3 cheers to the product. Consumer populist speed, but never dreamed of the process. When I slanted at vantage points, so I make shit criminals, they rape the hostage. Dreamer with a flame pain, yeah, but it seeps through the cracks, it drips from the ceiling, it smells the rich scent of my
Okay, so this part, even though, I mean, I don't, you know, I couldn't share the exact moment, we'll have to go back. But it really, so, using the same formula as always, it seems like the indictment of kind of the how to be a carpenter spoken word part is maybe metaphor to some of the underlining things that created the artist, and then in his own way of saying it, he's saying it. But I'm not sure. I have to go back, but it seemed like it switched to a part that was reflective of how his style is created, which that seems to be the one thing maybe I'm wrong. You know, as always, I could be wrong, but I think it's this finding this spot where the rapper, in this case Aesop Rock, but where the rapper is talking about where their style comes from. Because they all have those bars. It's in every song. It's in every genre. It's in every reaction I've done. I mean, we could make a side project of finding that shit. They all given up that detail because it's part of the game, part of the cipher. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know it that deeply. I don't get it. But I think that part, which is actually cool. Like last time as well, it happened. It seems like at least that helps unlock more of the mystery that's hidden within it when you start seeing those kind of things. Yeah, you know, like I said, it could also be delusional. So, don't quote me.
All I ever really wanted was a jungle, and a jungle I got. See, it ain't the vision, it's the plot that makes me stop. Try it again. I don't want to 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 try it again. Try it one more if you want to. I'm not even interested anymore. Try it one more time.
It's interesting there with how it ends with the try it again. I don't want to. I'm not interested. I'm not even interested in more. Try it one more time. Like almost as a an answer to the you're never going to do it. You're not good enough. You can't get it right. There's not a chance for you in the one sections. Ultimately, in the end, maybe the answer is just keep going. But I don't know if that is reflected in the bars or not, because like I said, they're still mostly over my head. God, that's kind of sad. Unfortunately, the only part I seem to really relate to is the asshole manual labor experience, because I think I've been through that part. Unfortunately, I think more than once. I mean, it's hard. Oof. No, that well, he's way too high on the list of artists I really enjoy reacting to, so we'll let that one go. Uh, the ending is a little drawn out there. It's okay. How to be a carpenter off float, Aesop Rock. Uh, I guess what I would have to do is I'd have to go in the background for a second and do some reading, or it'd be just horrible. Now, what did catch me first, I did like the. I used to have a rope ladder, but tattered were the rungs. I strung it from the highest willow, trying to hug the sun. The seventh level buckled, and I tumbled from the summit. Now I'm back to reclimb, and this time light my cigarette from it. Damn, summit from it. It's all, yeah, that's all cool. But the transition from, I'm thinking the here's your nickel, get us our shit period was younger, maybe that helps us reflect back into who I was and where I come from to who I became, maybe. I'm not sure. As a smoker, I just, like cigarette bars. Okay, I went back and forth. And honestly, after the age transition is all I can think of. The reason to say that, but I don't know. It just my stitch in division warfare is numb enough to soak suddenly in a bullet bath and skip stones in the morning. Well, being hardcore to light-hearted, maybe? I don't know. Is a flying color phantom tantrum explicable? Let's do this. If you searched how to be a carpenter lyrics, Aesop Rock, you could engage in this activity again. This is what I would recommend because we're pushing that 20-minute mark. Here, I mean, you could just there's parts sit and pull the petals off wildflower patches. Magic happens. Behold, pitiful, the lowlife perish. Doomed city barracks left remorse coursed on a horse-drawn carriage by the torch of Polaris. Damn. I mean, he got skills. I don't know what the hell's being said, but there's some skills there. But you see what I mean? I think it comes together actually. But I mean, I gotta believe something like this is our adventure with friends, and try to toss it back and forth, and because it'd be so easy to just. It'd be a lot easier just to give up, but it'd be easy just to focus on how you take it. And it'd probably be better to work it with a few other people who are thinking about it from what the hell do you think it actually means, and find a common ground. I don't know. Interesting, very cool. I liked it, and I think there are parts. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna go with I don't know. How to be a carpenter is man, just put it on that never-ending list if we can go back and try again. Because I mean, there is that whole part where if you just keep going, eventually some stuff comes together and you go, okay, I don't know about this part, but here we're back to okay, what does it mean? Okay, you got to understand. Oh wait, it's over there doing thing. Um, yeah, no. We better let it go. It can't be 3 minutes of that. How to be a carpenter float. Oof, boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was cool. It was cool, but it was a struggle. Now, does it add to the replayability? 100%. Because it's gonna take a while. Put that on repeat before I have absorbed Yeah, 20 minutes ain't enough to get that song down for me. How to Be a Carpenter, Aesop Rock. Off flow. We'll be back. We'll finish it up for sure.